You know how in the last video I mentioned how I'm in a bit of a slump? Yeah, well, to counteract that, I decided to do 2 videos in one session. That's why we're in the same shirt and the same background. I just took off my hat because I'm cool like that. Anyway, today I am doing the Bookish Booktag. I was tagged by Jess from Only Jesting. I'll put her below, as well as the people that I tag. So make sure you're checking the doobly-dab or you might miss out, my friend. Okay, so 10 questions. Question 1. Book that was so good it made you reread it. This is one of my favourite books of all time. It is Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen. I love Sarah Dessen. She's my favourite standalone author. This is the book that started me on my Sarah Dessen journey. I just was in a bit of a slump in the library one day. I think I was in year maybe 9 or 10. And I randomly picked this up, read it, fell in love. I think I've read it maybe 3 times now. And I actually feel like picking it up at the moment because, like I said, I'm in a bit of a slump. So I just have so many other books to read. I'm like, Gemma, you need to read them. And I'm like, well, I don't want to read this. So we'll see what happens. Question 2. Book that you want to see as a movie. I chose Akane by Lynette Noni. This book is amazing. If you have not heard of it, what are you doing with your life? It's written by an Australian author. And just that cover, it gets me every time. It's so good. It's how this chick, and she kind of gets sucked into this other world, and there's this academy and like their cafeteria, like just like magic their food, like whatever they want they get. And I just want that. I just want it. And it's just really cool. And I ship Alex, the main character, with so many people, and I would love to see this as a movie. This is the first in a series, so I'm pretty keen for the rest of the books to come out. Question 3. Book you wanted to throw at a wall. I was trying to think for ages of, like, I hated it so much so I wanted to throw it at a wall. But then I thought of a book that in the moment I was so frustrated and built up that I probably nearly did throw this at the wall. And that is The One by Kira Cass. This is the final book in the selection series. I read it maybe a year and a half ago. And the feels in this book, I was in such an emotional state. My friend Kara was there reading with me. Well, he wasn't reading, he was just being there because I needed I needed, like, you know, human presence to get me through. And then he left. He abandoned me in my time of need. And then I was talking to Kim, and then she left. And then I just had to go find Terry because I could not deal by myself. And then I think I screamed for a good while, and anyway, I very close to throwing it at the wall just because of the feels. And I could not deal. I could not deal with the feels, yeah. Question 4 is book you've had on your shelf for ages that you really want to read but still haven't. I've had the whole series. I think there's like 17 books in total of the Morganville series. I think that's just what it's called. The first one is Glass House. They're by Rochelle Kane. I won these maybe nearly 2 years ago, and I really want to read them. Like, I've got the whole series sitting there, but like, it's such a commitment. But I really want to get back into reading a huge series because I've been doing a lot of reads for reviews lately. There've been a lot of standalones or first books in the series, so I really want to read this soon. But honestly, I don't see it happening in the near future. Question 5 is book or book series you would have never read if someone hadn't have recommended it to you. And that is the Before, Then and After series by Morris Kletzman. I think that's who wrote it. For those of you who don't know, this is a series about the Holocaust, and this... My dog is like legit twitching. I really want to show you this. And he gets annoyed. It's my poor baby. He'll be whimpering. Oh, we heard that. He's awake now. Sorry, puppy. You go back to sleep. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so before then, after my best friend Sash, she suggested I read it maybe year 9 or 10, and I loved it. I just had never read anything like that before. I'd really never read any historical fiction. Then I did, and it was great, and I'm so glad that she suggested it to me, because it really opened me up to historical fiction, if not just learning more about the Nazis and all that happened with that. So yeah. Question 6 is book you thought you wouldn't like, but surprisingly you really enjoyed it. Let me just say, I hate romance novels usually. I can't stand them. And then I picked this up. Beautiful Disaster by Jamie Maguire. I didn't think I would like it. It was only $4 and I'd heard a lot about it, so I was like, why not? Like, it's terrible. Their relationship is awful and it would never work in real life, but oh my god, it's so good. I read this in one night, the night before my prac started. And I shamelessly have the whole collection now. Okay, moving on. Don't judge me. Book you decided to read because the movie was so good it made you read it. And that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I went and saw this with a bunch of my girlfriends, and then one of my friends, Madeline, she had a copy, so I asked if I could borrow it. And then you get to the sad part, right? And you could tell it's the sad part because her teardrops were there, and I think she lent it to someone else, and you could see their teardrops. This isn't a copy, this is a copy from the library. And then I added my own teardrops, and it was just very emotional. And yes, it's very good. Like, I really like this book, but honestly, I nearly like the movie better. It's just the movie is so well done, like amazing. And then question 8 is book with the worst movie adaptation you have ever seen. Let me just hold that up. I actually cried. It took me about a year, and then I watched it with my best friend who introduced me to this series when I was in year 8, and she cried with me. It was utter torture and heartbreak.
Ah, oh, bullshit.
Shut
What are you
up.
talking about, Gemma? Full of shit. Hi, Gem. What are you doing?
I'm doing my tag video.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Working.
Does it sound
Trying
like
for
you?
you to stay alive.
Oh yeah. Have fun with that. Bookie that might get non-readers into reading. I just think that this book is a book for everyone. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, and I think everyone should read it. It is narrated by Death. Like, I just think everything about this book is amazing, and I don't care who you are or what you're doing, this book will make you sit back and be like, whoa, what am I doing with my life? How come I've not been reading? And then the last book is book you decided to read because you saw a lot of good comments on YouTube. Well, not like heaps, but I saw a few people talking about The Rain by Virginia Bajin, and I had a gift voucher from my friend Kimmy for my birthday, so I was like, I spent like half an hour in Book Warehouse trying to pick, and I ended up choosing this one, so yeah. And that, my friends, is the end of my book tag. I have lost my do be like, oh, I found it again. So yes, I'm tagging people down below. Look at my hair. It is like a rat's nest. I don't know if you can see how long it is. Like, it's pretty long, and Mum's going to give me a haircut this afternoon. So wish me luck with that, and until next time, hooroo. Bye.